Hello everybody, Phreak here with an audio commentary for WCReplays.com. Today we have a matchup of Night Elf versus Undead. The players are Check and Rain. And today we're really going to be focusing on, well, not only Twisted Meadows, but the strategy where the elf is going for Warden first. And you're going to see sort of the playstyle around that. It's really different from Beastmaster or Dark Ranger or Demon Hunter. It's really its own unique build, and it's got its own pros and cons. And really, in this case, you're going to see it done close to perfectly. But I'll try to go over things that you might have to fix, or things that you're going to try to work on, or, just things that you're going to try to do, and Check actually does. So. Warden is sort of a frail hero as far as most heroes are concerned. I mean, obviously things like the Archmage and Lich are less durable, but they're also ranged. Liches can be coiled, and things like that can happen. So, as a primary hero, really Warden only works as a primary hero because you can't really easily pick a weak melee hero as a secondary because it'll just get picked off right away. I mean, you look at Elf versus Orc, where they pick that Tinker third. Even the Beastmaster second. The Beastmaster is one of the frailest melee heroes in the game because he has very, very poor armor and actually pretty low strength. You just see Orc just right-click heroes and kill them all the time because Elf doesn't really have easy access to big, bulky strength heroes without the Tavern. But Warden's kind of a frail hero, but it's a real offensive powerhouse. And so if the Warden's not getting killed, it's going to be getting lots of kills. But I say weaknesses because late game, where Undead has a big army, Warden starts falling off the map really quickly because, well, you've got level 3 Coil and Nova and an Orb of Corruption and Focus Fire, and Wardens die really fast to that. And so you've got to invest in vulnerability potions, healing potions, maybe the anti-magic shell potion. And there's a lot of things that make it very difficult to keep yourself in the game late game unless you build your advantage from the first 5-10 between there, minutes. So we're going to be going on this 2 minutes, 1x speed, Check's point of view. Let's go ahead and unpause in 3, 2.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete. I stand ready. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
1, unpause. So, I'm not going to go and recite the build order for you, but I'm going to say this. By the time your Warden comes out, you should already be hitting this Null Overseer with a Wisp preparing, and you've eaten 1 tree. And then he just goes down and it's like, lol lol lol, you need to die. You can see that the Wisp sees that Rain did not do a fast altar build, and so he's going to finish this camp off very easily. Ancient War just plowing through some trees. Gonna go hit that next purge null, and there we go. There's a hit. There's another hit. And yeah, he's gonna go eat some trees and let him get the experience. So he eats a tree and he's walking back to his base now. And that's gonna take, a long way, but Warden runs across the map and he figures Undead really they only do one of 2 things. They'll creep this green up above the base, or maybe this orange over to the left, and he sees a ghoul walk in and he's like, oh look, orange camp. And so he's like, oh hi ghoul, how's that going? And Rain finally coils that, so he's going to pick off the other one. That's exactly what Chuck was waiting for. He waits for a coil, and then when it's cooling down, he focuses 1. That's exactly what he was doing. He waits for the coil, and then he focuses 1 down. So he finally gets the archer out of the way for now. His Warden obviously took some damage. You can see Frail Hero OMG took some damage. But he's trying to chase that one down, saying, hey, you don't have a Frost Tower. He sent that Wisp to make sure. Now he's taking tier 2. And he's like, okay, well, you can't surround my Warden, especially now that I have Blink.
I stand ready.
So I'm going to go grab Boots of Speed. Now, I kind of think he should have maybe sold the +2 armor ring, because he could maybe use the gold for something else. But it's not all that necessary. Notice a couple of things. He got boots. He, let's see. Oh, Dedo, peace. He got boots. He's getting archers from this Ancient of War. He's actually got 2 of them, just in case there was a double crypt rush. He saw that there was not, and so he's uprooting the second one, as you can see right here. He's uprooting the second one. He's setting that one away. He has 3 wells right off the bat, which even if you're not worried about double crypt, always, I think, get 3 wells before you tech, because if there's a ghoul rush at all, the 3rd well is going to help you a lot. So you can see boots of speed are awesome. He's like, oh wait, you were creeping, I know it. And so he's like, oh peace. He coiled too soon and got it with 10 HP. Now with coil down, this ghoul is going to drop 33 hit points, and he's going to get a damage roll of 50% or more. Coil is still down. He's going to just focus this one down, and he's going to, ooh, he gets denied. Alrighty, so peace basically is what Czech is thinking. This aggressive playstyle with boots of speed, you bring the archers in, because the most important thing is Rain was not level 2 yet. He did not have Unholy Aura, thus as long as you don't fail, as long as you're keeping track, it is impossible for you to lose your archers. You know? If you see him run ghouls past you, run away before the ghouls get in front. If you see his Death Knight try to chase you, run it away right away and let your Warden kill all the ghouls and the remaining archers. I mean, yes, it's theoretically possible for a Death Knight to say, okay, I'm going to kill your archer because, you know, but by the course of walking across the map, I can kill you twice and hit you 3 times and you'll die. That's true. But, no Undead's really going to do that, because in the meantime, you're going to kill everything else. So, you can see again, before tier 2 hits, you know, basically at this point you realize Rain is definitely going to be trying to creep because he's not level 2 yet. He knows he's getting ripped by this Warden. He's not going to try anymore. And so he's creeping right now because he knows he can get away with it. He knows he can get away with it. So, gets himself level 3. EXP tome is nice. Vampire is not doing a lot for him just yet. But, grabs the Shredder when that comes up. Oh, and you can see overall this tier 2 is pretty late. I mean, it just is. But it's not really going to hurt him very much because you know, this is something that I had in mind for a while and I never really put it in an audio. Actually, I might have. But, you know, right at tier 2, Undead gets a Lich. Sorry, actually, it's usually not a Lich. It's usually a Naga Sea Witch. Or sometimes it's a Lich. But, you know, they get a Naga and they get a, they get Gargs, you know? If they're getting Gargs, archers don't counter them any worse than Dryads do, so you have no rush really to getting Dryads. I mean, they're gonna be there eventually, and in the meantime, archers work just as well, so chill out. And the Shredder's also owning, which helps a lot. But not only that, nice drop there, you know, this Naga Sea Witch,